What is good? I am back with another reaction video. Brendan Schaub's producer, Kat, has her own podcast with her boyfriend and her sister, I guess. And she kind of vented and went off on Joe Rogan because he talked about how much money she made a month on OnlyFans. So I'm going to play this, react to it, and then give you my thoughts on it. See what she has to say. What are we done here, B? I don't know.
If I'm ever going to talk about the JRE segment where he talks about how much I made on OnlyFans, and I've been dodging this for so long.
Somebody left a comment under one of my pictures, and they're like, did he just talk about how you make 100K? I'm like, I fucking wish I was making that much money.
So Joe Rogan has gone on his podcast, and he talked about it twice. He referred to my OnlyFans account, and then he... In both times, he said how much I made. And I remember the first time hearing it, only because I was on OnlyFans. I was reading through somebody's DM, and they're like, oh, congrats on your success on OnlyFans. I thought he was...
By the way, she doesn't get naked on OnlyFans.
Just being nice.
Yeah.
He's like, Rogan talked about you.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Well, it also got clipped out on YouTube, and that's
Yeah.
why, like, the first one, he was like Brendan Schaub's assistant. Like,
Yeah.
He was very, like,
It
particular
was so... I was
with
so
We all know
fucking...
who it is. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
was
only
so
female.
fucking annoyed when I first saw it, just because, like, I don't... Well, one, like,
You were
don't
stressing
put out,
out.
like, how much money I'm making on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
That's so...
on the biggest show on the planet.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's literally like male Oprah, and
Yeah.
and people were sending me a bunch of stuff like congrats, or they're like, oh shit, like how do I get into this? Like, what do you do? Just ask me a bunch of questions, and it made me feel like it was being blown up bigger and bigger the more people kept asking me about it. People were congratulating him like 2 weeks ago. They were like,
People,
oh,
like, friends of mine, though, they'll just, like,
Yeah.
be like, hey, man, I saw this on Rogan's, and I'm like, what world
and
do
it's
we
like
live in?
people that I
Yeah.
don't know who... It's not like you post me and you that much either. You're not really on Instagram like
Yeah.
that. So for someone to hear that and then automatically know it's me,
Yeah.
and then go to you and say something, I was like, oh shit, this is like bigger than I ever would have liked it to be. And there was a clip of it on YouTube that got, I think the last time I checked 2 months ago, it had, what was it, like 700,000 views.
Yeah, I bet it's up over 1 million views now.
And I remember I texted Brendan, like, what the fuck? Like, did you tell him how much I was making? And he's like, yeah, I was telling him, but like, it was just like we were talking. It wasn't something I thought he was going to bring up. He was like, oh, that's my bad. Like, I didn't mean it. And that's fine, because like, he didn't
That
mean...
was fucked up,
Yeah,
bro.
I literally
was like-
told him, like, 3 days before, like, face to face to Brendan, was like, hey, stop telling people how much she's
Yeah.
making.
You don't go out
and he's
telling
like,
people.
okay. And then it pops up on Rogan's. I was like, all right, man.
Yeah, because like Brendan and I are friends, and so when he asked me like, hey, how are things doing, and he's the one who will like recommend me different things to do, like, oh, you need to get like a CPA now that you're making a certain amount, or like make sure you set aside this much for taxes. He's just giving me tips on
Yeah.
like what to do, because I didn't know necessarily like how much to set aside for taxes. I had all these questions, and he was helping me with that, but I didn't think he was going around telling other people how much I made. But then I forgot, like, oh, Brendan loves to gossip, and he
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything bad by it, but
Yeah.
like, it just so happened that then the topic of OnlyFans came up on Joe's show, and he started talking about it. And I remember being so fucking annoyed, and then
You were stressing.
I was so stressed because it just felt like it was a bigger deal than I ever wanted it to be. I also don't really like attention in that way, so it made me nervous.
I just thought of another thing that annoys me about you.
What? Girl?
She's like,
She's like, oh, yeah.
know. I
Call
just
back.
realized.
I hate you.
All right, so that was them talking about it. Very weird that, so they're surprised they told Brendan Schaub something and told him not to tell anyone, and he went and told somebody anyway. They're surprised by that. It's only Netflix blog buzzer, yo. But, I mean, she makes $100,000 a month on OnlyFans. And like I said, she doesn't get naked or anything on her OnlyFans, so men disgust me. Like, you can get all the free porn you want, but you're giving away money to Brendan Schaub's producer or assistant or whatever she is. But I mean, Joe Rogan talked about it, because that's incredible that a person's making that much money on OnlyFans who's not really famous and isn't getting naked. So But let me know your thoughts in the comments.